Sunday Night Football, Falcons, Vikings, and it is a rematch of, of the 2023 College Football National Championship game. The two quarterbacks, anyway. Michael Penix, who then played for Washington. J.J. McCarthy for Michigan. Wolverines, of course, winning the game. Penix put up bigger numbers in that game. Michigan more of a running team.
It was a blowout.
It was. It was not. It was not an even matchup, but this one looks like it could be. Vikings -4.5 at home after J.J. McCarthy's first game, and what a capper he put on that. He changed the narrative around him and this team completely. The way he came back against the Bears.
It was amazing. Like if you watch the game and you're on Twitter at the same time, people were saying he's done, he stinks, he's over. Why they draft this kid? And then it changed like that with a great fourth quarter.
Now it appears like he has like the it factor, you know, the guys that can come back and win games.
And I would have said this if he hadn't turned it around in the fourth quarter. It's one game. He's starting on the road in the NFL. It's hard to do. But he did turn it around, and kudos to him for doing that. That was the one thing that I wondered if he could do. When it was bad, could he come out from underneath it? Because let's be real, you look at his career. In high school, I think that school he went to early in his career is a big prep school where they recruit everybody and you win. Then he went to IMG Academy.
And that's just Florida, a better version of what he was at.
Where you recruit everybody and you win.
And then he had Connor Stallions.
Then he went to Connor Stallions at Michigan. They paid everybody. He went to Michigan. He had Jim Harbaugh, and he won. And so everybody always throws up his record as a winner. Look,
he's a winner. We saw last night.
What he did in the fourth quarter starts to make you think that, yes, he can be that guy. Because that was a really good way to come out from underneath a really bad three quarters. And I'm not talking about just incomplete passes. He threw a pick six late across the field that could have demoralized most guys, and it didn't for him. So I give him props. I still don't think it was the game that everybody else thought it was, because he hit the one. I give him credit for the one shot in the middle of the field to Jefferson, great throw. The wheel route to Aaron Jones, he threw behind him. He had to kind of spin around and make the catch. And his run, look, that was a great call by Kevin O'Connell. Give him credit for doing it. I will. But again, the game itself as a whole wasn't probably as good as most people are making it out to be.
Here's who I'm going to give credit to. The offensive line. Mason carrying the football. O'Connell's willingness to lean on the run game and say, okay, we don't have to just be a sexy scheme, throw it out on the No, we're going to run the football. Everybody in the stadium at Soldier knew that it was coming. They could not stop it. And yes, I give credit to J.J. McCarthy. He did a great job. He got the win on the road, behind enemy lines, yada, yada, yada. Great job, dude. But the Minnesota Vikings have a good football team. They won 14 games last year. The roster looks about the same. The only question mark we had was what?
Him.
This guy right here. And he got a win in prime time. It was impressive. That's why I'm going to be picking the Vikings in this game.
You're picking the Vikings.
Well, we've seen Michael Penix in a few situations like that where he's had a chance to win a game late for the Falcons, a couple overtime losses last year, and then week one, the comeback just falls short against the Buccaneers. What do you think of his play so far?
I think he was good the other day, really good. He did a lot of things throwing the football, but he also ran. He used his legs, and that's not his strong suit, is using his legs. There was a play late in the game, I don't know if you guys remember it, when he scrambled on the sideline, and he dove for the end zone and fumbled the ball, and they said he picked up the first down and it wasn't a fumble because he gave himself up. I think the NFL needs to take a look at that rule. When a guy's diving for a pylon,
that's called the extra effort.
That's giving yourself up. There's a way you give yourself up. Like a receiver catches the ball, he goes down, he gives himself up. A quarterback can give himself up. He wasn't giving himself up. They ruled he gave himself up. He comes back, he runs it in for a touchdown. Then Tampa Bay, to take the lead, Tampa Bay goes down and scores. And then he put his team in position to go tie the game. And of course, the damn kicker didn't make his kick. If he makes the kick, you go to overtime. And so I thought he did some really good things. I think he's one of those guys that's going to get better and better each and every game the way he throws the football.
Yeah, he's a sponge. You can just tell that all the experience he's accrued over the course of his very long college football career has paid off. You saw it early last year in primetime against Jaden Daniels in the nation's capital, where he did not blink against the Washington Commanders. And you're going to see it time and time again from this offense. It's all going to happen because he sees the field well. He can layer the football. You heard Troy talking last night. on Monday Night Football. A lot of the issues with Caleb Williams, he's throwing it 100 miles an hour every single time. Sometimes you have to have touch. You got to understand why. I think Michael Penix understands why, and the Falcons have the right players at the right spots.
But he's going to go against a defense in Brian Flores that throws so many different looks at you. And for a guy that doesn't have a lot of starts on his resume, that can be a challenge. And we saw that with Caleb Williams in the second half and with the offensive line. The looks up front and the way they attacked him, that can be a major problem for a young quarterback. So it'll be interesting to see how the Falcons kind of offset that. By the way, their right tackle, McGarry's out. And that's a big part of what they do. And Elijah Wilkinson played last week, was okay, but you got to be able to hold up on that offensive line against all those looks that Brian Flores will throw at you.
30 pressures in week 1 for Brian Flores, and Drake London is banged up. Drake London was targeted 15 times in that game, caught 8 balls for 55 yards. Now, it sounds like he's day-to-day. At least that's the report coming out of Falcons right now with a shoulder injury, an AC joint.
Yeah, he got hurt diving in the end zone on what looked like a touchdown, and they ruled that he didn't catch it late in the game. So they need him in the lineup. He's one of the big weapons that they have. Bijan Robinson's such a great player in the passing game. And they use him a lot. You got him in space last week. I think they'll try and take advantage of that against. If the Vikings get really aggressive, you can always, throw it to screen pass to Robinson, get him out in the perimeter, and let him do some damage.
The sidewalk is what we call it.
Yeah.
The sidewalk.
Get him on the sidewalk.
You can always tell a stupid running back because he runs right by the sidewalk. He goes to the sideline. I'm like, that's not where your friends are, buddy. Stay with your friends.
Yeah, always with your right up the lane.
All right, let's get your picks. The Vikings are 4.5-point favorites at home, Pete.
The Vikings are here!
He's totally off the Bears bandwagon.
Oh my God.
He likes the Packers and the Vikings.
Every team in the NFC North. Everyone.
We're gonna
You went
find
to
out.
Green Bay, you became a Packer, you bought apparel. You went to you got yourself some Packers sweatshirts.
I was going to do like that guy from the SEC. I was like, are there any trees I can poison at Lambeau? What was the guy's name who called in?
Yeah, he went to prison and then he died.
I did not poison any trees. I did a Lambeau leap. I might have broke the wall, though. Check in on
Okay, so
it.
now you're doing the horn and everything?
I've always liked the Galler horn.
Skull?
Even when I was on the Bears, I was like, play the horn.
Okay, can we get you to do skull?
Where they go, skull,
Skull.
Kyle could be the new Vikings motorcycle guy that
There
I
you
think
go.
they got rid of a few years back.
I got to ask my mom
Grow
if
the
I'm
beard
allowed
out
to
a
ride a
little bit.
motorcycle.
Put the horns
What's
on.
the next thing you got to do? You got to do something for Detroit when it coming up too. You've done a
I
lot.
don't
of
know.
things.
We'll come up with it.
Okay, here we go. I'm taking the Falcons in the points. I think they hang around in this game. I think all the hubbub about J.J. McCarthy is a little too fast for me, and I got to see it again. So I'm going to take the points.
I think he's already been anointed there. But look at the Falcons' last 5 games as underdogs. Not only have they not won, they haven't covered. Plus, the Vikings are 10-1 in one-score games over the last 2 seasons.
But you know what I like to do? I like to buck trends.
Hey, it worked in week 1. NFL Today Plus.
Yeah.
You were at Green Bay. That's where you bought stock in Spotted Cow and all the Packers apparel.
Dude, send me Spotted Cow.
This week, you're in studio for the first time this season.
Yep.
NFL Today Plus streaming every Sunday beginning at 10 a.m.
10
Eastern
a.m.
Time with Kyle Long
Get crazy.
and crew.
I want you to be crazy every Sunday.